Who would have thought Rajpath would have become Yogpath, said Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He hoped today would usher in a new era, an era of peace and an era of strength, of peaceful coexistence. 21st June is the longest day, and the Prime Minister hoped that there would be a tension-free, peaceful life, inner peace that people would experience. 35,000 enthusiastic Indians and citizens of the world came together on Rajpath to celebrate the first International Yoga Day. As you can see in these pictures, Prime Minister Narendra Modi walked in the crowd. He also participated. He did a lot of yoga asanas himself. Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal was also there. The star of the show is the man on your television screen, Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He started the program with an address to the people gathered there. He said, "This is the dawn of a new era." He thanked the United Nations for 21st June being celebrated as the International Yoga Day. In these pictures, you can see Prime Minister Narendra Modi flanked by Special Protection Group personnel as he walked down Rajpath and shook hands with the youngsters participating in the first International Yoga Day.
आज कभी किसी ने सोचा होगा कि राजपथ भी योग पथ बन सकता है। मैं आज यूनो का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं, दुनिया के 193 कंट्रीज का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं कि जिन्होंने सर्वसम्मति से इस प्रकार के प्रस्ताव को पारित किया, और मैं उन 177 कंट्रीज का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं कि जिन्होंने को-स्पॉन्सर बन करके योग के महात्म्य को स्वीकारा।
The importance of yoga, the people who are participating, the US Ambassador Richard Verma, he was there. He of course said that while he and his family have been practicing yoga, it is very popular even in the United States. He was very happy being a part of celebrations at Rajpath. In fact, my colleague Atir Khan also spoke to Delhi's Lieutenant Governor Najib Jung, who was at Rajpath. Let's listen in to the Lieutenant Governor.
Delhi Lieutenant Governor Najib Jung is here at the Rajpath and is all set to perform. Sir, all set to perform yoga.
हाल है आपका?
Okay, sir. All set to perform yoga, sir.
मैं तो 40 साल से कर रहा हूँ यार, कोई नई बात थोड़ी है.
So it is a historic moment at Rajpath. So normally we...
Absolutely, it is a very historic moment. I am delighted at this initiative. So we have to congratulate the Prime Minister on this. And not only here, it's being celebrated all around the world. It's high time that yoga arrived. I have a daughter who's a professional yogi. She teaches yoga in New York.
The people from all walks of life, all religion, they've gathered here for this international event.
Absolutely. I mean, this is beyond religion. There is no question of involving religion in yoga.
Your seat was earmarked near Delhi Chief Minister Mr. Kejriwal, so he's not arrived yet. So are you missing him?
नहीं, मेरी उनसे बहुत दोस्ती है भाई. आपको क्यों गलतफहमी है इस चीज की?
Okay, thanks. Right. So you can see Delhi Lieutenant Governor who's all set to perform yoga, and there's lots of people who've gathered here for this historic moment. With camera person Anil Jaiswal, Atir Khan in Delhi for India Today.
So Delhi's Lieutenant Governor there, Najib Jung, saying he's been practicing yoga for the past 40 years and that yoga has nothing to do with any religion. His daughter is a professional yoga teacher in the United States of America. And while we're talking about the United States, let's also listen in to US Ambassador to India, Richard Verma. My colleague Mosmi Singh spoke to him.
It's a great experience, and we were really honored to take part in it, and it was wonderful to see how many people came together like this, not only here but across the world. So it was terrific. Well, I've done yoga before, and my wife does yoga regularly, and my parents used to do yoga a lot. So it was terrific to be back in this again. So many people do yoga in the United States. It's so popular, and I know today in the U.S. they'll be doing it across the country.
So yoga, very, very popular even in the United States. India Today's managing editor Rahul Kanwal caught up with New Delhi's Member of Parliament Meenakshi Lekhi. Let's listen in.
Meenakshi, I was very impressed with your facility with yoga.
As a young child, I used to practice yoga. And it's just that the 1.5 years has been pretty pathetic. And
you're not getting to do yoga now?
I have got into yoga back. So I think this...
ये PM ने बोला तो उनके कहने के बाद?
नहीं, मतलब this was an opportunity to get back to yourself. And I always felt that I wasn't being myself for past 1.5 years, and I'm getting back.
What does yoga mean for you, and what does it do to you?
You see, I think in my personal life, I always felt connected, and it gave me that feeling of solace and equilibrium in my life, and fighting.
You can't be doing too much yoga and then going to TV studios and fighting with anchors and fighting with.
That could be part of Hatha yoga also. Yoga has very many meanings, but it gives you the energy that you can work longer. And
how incredible it is.
And after your TV interviews, you can still be relaxed.
But the weather is packed up the moment the yoga
are happy. Gods are happy.
Oh, that's absolutely true. The gods are happy. Thank you very much, Meenakshi.
So Meenakshi Lekhi there talking about the importance of yoga in the life of a politician. I have two yoga gurus with me in the studio. What the Prime Minister is doing right now in these pictures are different asanas, but what is also equally important are breathing exercises, Arjun. And tell us more about Kapalbhati, Bhasrika, Anulom Vilom. Let's begin with the importance of Anulom Vilom.
Let's talk about Anulom Vilom. It's all about connection of your nervous system. We have more than 72,000 veins inside our body, which regulates your blood up and down, right and left, everywhere. So when I say Anulom Vilom, it is all about connecting your body with the nerves. And when I'm doing Anulom Vilom, my left side of the body, which is my mental body, gets connected with the right side of my body, which is my physical body, together. Also, it improves a lot with your focus. So, you know, we can show you like this. So I have to close my right nostril like this, inhale. Then I close the left nostril and I exhale from the right. And I do the right, and then I exhale from the left. A very, very easy form of exercise which you can do at any time of the day, during the day, and at least 10 sets at one go. When you do it, you see the difference. You don't feel tired at all. You feel more improved, more energetic and refreshed post doing it.
A lot of our friends are also looking to, they want to lose weight, and this is where both Kapalbhati and Bhasrika have a major role to play. It's not really easy to do. It's easy perhaps, Poonam, when you know how to do it. Tell us more about Kapalbhati, about Bhasrika, and why it's so important in our lives.
Kapalbhati improves your metabolism. It is one of the part of 6 Shatkarma. Bhati is one of them. So what if you do? Keep your spine erect. This is the first prerequisite in yoga to keep your spine erect. Just exhale. The active exhalation and passive inhalation is there, without making face, without keeping your body stressed and shoulder tight. Only exhaling, exhaling, exhaling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is Kapalbhati.
Yeah.
And when you do this
for
faster,
heart patient and for heart patient and for asthmatic patient, they do it in a slow pace. Okay, you have to respect your body, your medical conditions also. This is very important. Sadhe to yog, nahi to jeevan bhar ka rog. This is very important. You should follow the contradictions and what are the do's and don'ts.
When you do the Kapalabhati more, it not only helps you in improving of your metabolism, but also the kind of toxins, the toxic food that you eat, you know, all the raw food, packed food. There's a lot of toxins, and also kind of Pepsi, colas, and all kind of things like smoking, drinking. There's a lot of toxins in your body which you need to release. When you do the Kapalabhati, it releases all the toxins out of your body, and your body becomes very...
it becomes pure.
Yeah, it becomes very pure from inside.
What it also does is cleanses your system from within, including thoughts. If you have negative thoughts and negative energy, that negative energy is also released.
Yeah, when you have a lot of unexpressed thoughts inside. You wanted to express your fear, your anger, your jealousy, your possessiveness, but you're not able to do that, you know, because you're sitting with certain people or any surroundings which is there, which is just stopping you. When you do the Kapalabhati or the pranayama itself, you releases those toxins out, and then the wisdom comes into your mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in all of this, Poonam, you really need to be calm, composed. Why you chant Om? And there is a lot of controversy. Should you chant Om? Should you not chant Om? It perhaps helps get your thoughts from outside to inside and then practice yoga. Tell us more about the importance or the lack of it of saying Om.
Om is a sound. Everybody know our body is 70% of water. So when we chant Om, the vibrations came from our navel, that is Mooladhara to Sahasrara chakra. All chakras are on our spine, and when we chant Om, the energy goes upwards. Normal human beings are wasting their energy downwards. When we do yoga, pranayam, all the parts of, we are giving our energy, going our energy upwards. Urdhva reta. What is it in Sanskrit? It has nothing to do with religion. Nothing to do. You can chant mentally also when you are feeling fear, and it gives you more strength, more energy.
It does.
Yeah.
And Kapalbhati releases all negative energy, increases your metabolism.
Yeah.
So does Bhastrika.
Yeah, it is cleansing technique. Mentally and physically, you're.
And moreover, in the Gulf countries, you know, we get a lot of students from outside. They say they are not comfortable in chanting Om.
Yeah.
Then we tell them, no, do not chant Om. You say O. Oh, when you chant O, it is to see Om as more of a word which has all the vibrations of the word.
It's the correct vibrations that come out, and that is extremely important. We were talking about soldiers from Siachen to Jaisalmer to the seas. Let's now talk about what are people doing from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. I have my colleagues Ashraf Vani in Srinagar and Srisa Reddy in Chennai, and they send you these reports.
First Yoga International Day is even celebrated here in the Kashmir Valley among the Jawans of security forces and army. We are seeing that early in the morning, not in the different training centers of the security forces, but even in the peaks of Ladakh, Kargil, Siachen and other high altitude sectors of line of control, Jawans are busy with the yoga on the International Yoga Day. Basically, for last few years, yoga has been introduced in the armed forces as well as in the security forces as a routine exercise. This has given a tremendous results among these Jawans, basically being away from the homes in the isolated places. Yoga is giving them a kind of relief and a kind of sense so that they can get rid from the day-to-day stress in their routine life. We are seeing that all the Jawans, whether they are in the security force or in the army, are in high stress, being away from home, being at isolated places in different extreme weather conditions. This yoga has been given them a kind of relief from these all situations. And now the yoga is being introduced as a part of routine exercise among these security forces across state. With cameraman Rauf Ahmed, Ashraf Vani for India Today in Srinagar.
In the KD Singh Babu Stadium in Lucknow, here is about 15,000 people, a congregation of about 15,000 people who've joined in here on the occasion of International Yoga Day. Very early, from about 6 to 6:30 in the morning, people started assembling here. Also, they are being led by Home Minister Rajnath Singh himself, who's here. The entire initiative has been supported by the Seema Suraksha Bal, the CRPF, the ITBP, Patanjali Yogpath, as well as the Brahma Kumaris and the Art of Living. So 15,000 people here. The entire KD Singh Babu Stadium has been divided into about 35 sectors to aid for security. Drones are keeping an eye on the things here on the ground. the entire area has been secured with help from the CRPF and the police, and the people here actually enjoying these yogic postures. In fact, in a span of about 35 minutes, about 21 yogic postures will be tried. There are yoga instructors all over this ground trying to help people who are new with this form of exercise. With camera person Salim, this is Amir Haq in Lucknow for India Today.
More than 10,000 people in Chennai have gathered here at the YMCA grounds to be a part of the historic event International Yoga Day. Union Minister Venkaiah Naidu and Isha Foundation's Jaggi Vasudev are here, who are stressing on the importance of yoga. While it's been backed by BJP, Isha Foundation Jaggi Vasudev has been telling people that this is a way of life and one should be doing yoga every day for a better way of living. Though Tamil Nadu has been yoga centric, in fact most of the schools in Tamil Nadu teach yoga to the students. It should be made compulsory in all the government schools. It's also one of the points that's been stressing upon. In fact, people are excited to be a part of this historic event. In fact, there are a lot of events that are happening in Chennai on this special day, of course, to put India on the global map. In Chennai, Srisha Reddy for India Today.
Yoga plays a very important part in the life of a soldier. We're talking about situations where soldiers are deployed in high altitude in Siachen Glacier. These are of course pictures from the base camp, but you also have soldiers who are deployed as high as 21,000 feet above sea level. There's a major paucity of oxygen in the air, in the atmosphere there. There's another problem. There's confined space. You can't move around much. It's a hostile territory also because of the enemy, which is not just Pakistan, but also the weather. In that environment, yoga plays a very important role in the life of a soldier, as it does in the burning Thar desert. And you have two pictures on your television screen, Siachen Glacier and the Thar desert, where a brigade plus came together in the Thar desert in Jaisalmer, yoga on the sand dunes.
शरीर बिल्कुल ढीला, गर्दन ढीली। इस आसन को आप
Now there might be political controversy whether who does yoga and who doesn't, but yoga on International Yoga Day seems to be binding one and all, particularly the Veer Jawans, the members of the Indian Army. Yesterday we showed you footage from Siachen, where braving the chill, the absolute chill, we showed you visuals of Jawans carrying out yoga. Here now we are along very close to the Indo-Pakistan border. This is of course the Jaisalmer military station where they are carrying out yoga. The brave Jawans who guard our borders right now are carrying out, this is of course the very same area, the military training area where Jawans carry out their training. Over here right now what you are seeing is that Yoga Day is being celebrated, and something like yoga, which is also being seen by the Indian Army as a form of exercise, of physical training, that is happening at this moment over here. This function is already 20 minutes into being commenced. You can see that there are as many as close to 3,000 to 3,500 Jawans here and officers who are in fact braving the heat. Now remember, this is Jaisalmer, this is desert state. Temperatures soar as high as 48 degrees centigrade. No water, very, very extreme, very harsh conditions. And at a time like this, along with guarding the border, you have our brave Jawans, in fact, carrying out, keeping themselves physically fit so that they can give us that peaceful sleep. All that happening right here at the Jaisalmer military station. In fact, let me just quickly show you what sort of a place this actually is. On my right, if the video journalist is actually going to show you, this is among the last few villages from along the border district. That's among the last few villages that are over here. This entire area is surrounded by unexplored dunes, sand dunes, and very, very harsh conditions over here. You don't have mobile connectivity, you don't have clean drinking water, food is a major problem here, and amid all of this you have civilians, a few civilians, as well as the Indian Army, which is training in perfection, training to secure Indian borders. And while all that is happening, what better way to celebrate International Yoga Day by the Jawans carrying out this form of exercise. In Jaisalmer, with video journalist Ravikant, Sanket Upadhyay for India Today.
And Poonam, in a situation like this, whether it's the Siachen Glacier or the burning Thar Desert or even a ship on the high seas, yoga becomes extremely important for our soldiers, for our sailors, for our airmen.
Yeah, yoga teaches us in any condition, you have to keep balance, you have to keep a harmony in your body, in your thoughts. That's where yoga works here. Yeah.
With an International Yoga Day, the world is looking at India and the world is actually practicing yoga. We saw pictures from Japan, from Taiwan, from Malaysia, India, and now we'll see those pictures as the day dawns over the West. We'll see celebrations in New York, and this is great news as far as India's power is concerned, whether in the East or the West.
I totally agree with you, not because people coming from West to India, people coming from East to India, because India is the hub of yoga now, and then you see the difference in next 1 year. When you see the next 21st June to 2016, you will see the major difference. You know, we ourselves are signing alliances with China government, so that's how. And you know, particularly if I talk about the Jawans over there,
yes,
we are giving a straight away message to all our enemies, guys. You become
yes,
alert, because our Jawans are all ready to fight with you.
Okay, our Jawans are always alert, always fit physically, mentally, emotionally and spiritually.